Yeah. So, sir, basically, I got graduated in the year 2017. I'm a chemical engineer from HBTI Kanpur. And then in that year, I was like, yeah, I will maybe go for MBA, something. But then I went off to job as I got placed from campus in Maruti Suzuki. And in Maruti Suzuki, my role was basically involved around plant safety division and MIS audits and other things like managing company-wide events, etc. So the interest was always towards managing events, people, and everything. Hence, after like I have spent almost 4 years work ex I have. But when I was having like 2 years experience, in that sense only, I was like, "Nay, I want to switch forward," and then I started my MBA preparation.
I think it can be called a 4-year itch. It happens to all engineers and working professionals,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, so you must have given CAT before also. So did you get calls? You didn't convert. What happened?
So, sir, in 2019 also I gave CAT and I got a decent percentile, which was 93 percentile. But as we know that for 93, we don't get a lot of good calls and everything. And I had this thing in mind that if I have to leave Maruti, I need to go to the top institutes. And also, I had seen my friends going to various ABCs, IIMs, and then XLR IFMS. So I was like, I have to crack it there. So this determination was there. Hence, I did not choose for other colleges. I was getting some private colleges and some new IIMs, but I did not go for it. Hence, I applied again.
Okay. So it must have been really difficult to prepare for CAT along with the work experience. And I guess when you work for a company like Maruti, I mean, the timing or the pressure or the working hours must be very, very strenuous. So, how did you manage to prepare for CAT along with all this?
Okay. So, sir, when I was preparing for in 2020, so COVID struck at that time, and like everybody else got work from home and everything, but because I was in essential services, plant safety, so I had to go to plant. I did not get a proper work from home thing. So only for 1 month the plant was closed. In that, I was still in that shock whether I should give CAT again or not, because a lot of people had said that you have got now more than 3 years of experience and everything. IIMs won't select you, and you don't have in it. You don't have it in you, and things like that. So I was getting a lot of things. So I was still thinking whether I should give CAT or not. And then I talked to a lot of people who were giving CAT, who gave CAT last year, and they were like, you should maybe try, if not for others, just try for yourself. So I decided then yes, I will go. I bought test series because I thought that last year the one thing which I did wrong was I practiced a lot, but I did not give much mocks. So in that sense, my speed was not as far as it is asked in the CAT exam. So this was one thing. Then being in Maruti, I used to go from 9, come at 7 until 8. All the sanitation process went on. And then I ate food and I had to, like, in the evening, I started around 9 always to study something. I used to fall asleep in between. I had headaches and everything, but I was like, nahi, padna hai, wala cheez. And then daily my routine was like I had to sleep only for 4 to 5 hours. So it was going smoothly till August, July, August. I did well. Then in August, some family issues happened. There were certain deaths due to COVID, so I had to come back to my place, and everything was kind of disrupted. So my whole August went like end of August and whole September gone like this. Again, I was disheartened. What should I do? Should I give CAT or not? I was like always having that dilemma that am I doing enough? Will it be possible this time? But one thing was there that I was this time I was at least giving marks. Whatever answer marks I was getting, I was like learning. And I used to read GP Funda. I was very much happy reading GP Funda, and I had like I used to take inspiration. I did not know about GP Funda pehle. One of my seniors told me. He is currently in ISB, and he told me that you should follow that. And sir gives good advices. Even if you are a sales student, not just go and check it. So I was like, "Nee, I am CL student. I have taken test series, but I have never seen that." So I started reading that, and in that sense, I again started with the preparation. And this time, what I did was I focused on the short mocks, which were like, because I could not give much time for the long mocks. So I used to give section mocks basically, so that my section could improve. And I was basically concerned with the QA part. My VARC was always like constant. I used to get in the last cat also, I got 97 something. This cat also, it was somewhere around 97 point something. So that was fine, but I was confused with the QA part. And this is where GP Sir's Funda helped me a lot. And then came cat. On the cat day, I went to the wrong center. This happened.
What?
Google took me to some other center, and I was like, oh shit. And then the center people said that it was their fault because they have two centers located within 1 to 2 kilometers, and Google takes this location. So I was like, why are you even a center? But thanks to my dad, I reached before time. Like we reached cat. I was having the second slot, and we reached before time. Like third slot. Yeah, I was having the third slot, and we reached 2 hours before. So I went to the other center and then gave exam. English was fun. I was giving it, and RC mein I never know what I do. I just use my intuition. Like if I find it that it's right, then I will do it. I do not consider ki I will go back, because I've always found this in me. And this happened during the mock sessions, that whenever I use my intuition, like the first option I choose, it used to be right. If I used to overthink, it used to go wrong every time. So with the mocks, I developed this thing that I will always go with my intuition, and that helped me a lot. This was my strength, I would say, like how I found out ki overthinking always takes me back. This happened. Then came the DI section, and I was like, what is happening? I saw one question was there. I started with one question. 20 minutes was gone, and I couldn't solve one question in DI. That second question also something was happening. And then suddenly I was like, okay, just leave this. I took one set. I was able to solve it somehow, something like. Then I gained myself back. I was like, okay, if this is tough for me, this has to be tough for everyone. I remember that all the CL people telling that if it is tough for you, it will be tough for everyone. Do not back off. So that was ringing in my head. I took a deep breath, and then in last 5 minutes, I did one question more. So in DI, I attempted only 7, and I got 7 correct. That was the thing which happened, which worked for me. And I did not lose my calm. That this whole mock journey and the 2 years of cat experience, this maybe evolved and helped me remain calm. Quant mein, I was confident this time, because I was like, I will do only the questions which I know. I won't be experimenting in the exam. I won't be like, I always had this thing that why am I not able to solve this question? Why is this question challenging me? I used to take it on my ego, but I left this in this process. So I would say CL has been important for me in sense of making me learn that RC, my intuition works. For DILR, do not get stuck. And if it's not working for you, it's not working for anyone. And in quant, do not take it on your ego. Whatever happens, question is there. Just don't get stuck with it. And after the exam, I came out and everybody's talking, okay, what was slot 3, this and that. And then I was like, I was just waiting for CL analysis is coming, analysis is coming. When are they putting it? So I saw the analysis and I was happy. I have did something and maybe we have a good chance. So this was the whole cat experience for me.
It's a great inspirational story that you just recounted, and I'm sure that all those working professionals who always find a reason, an excuse why they can't do it, the boss is bad, the working hours are killing, or what's the point. So all the excuses that working professionals keep giving themselves, I think this is the best response. Motivation, strategy, consistency, that these are the basic requirements of doing well. See, and
Yes.
ultimately, most of them want a way out of the job which probably they are not in love with, but they
Yes,
don't
yes.
display, not enough inspiration, not enough motivation. So this was a great answer. I can just play this along for all these working professionals who often come to us for some kind of solution, some magic mantra, and there is none. It's this only. Every day, knock a little bit, and finally the door will open.
Yes, yes. Even sir, adding to that, we had that CL app on phone, right? So in my office, we had two tea breaks. Like in plant job, we had two tea breaks, one lunch. So 15 minutes tea break, I used to do RC in that because I knew that 2 RC I had to do daily. So from that app itself, I used to do a lot of things. So it's up to you how you manage your time. If you want to do something, you will always find time. I believe that. And I think the way the course structure is given in the CLK module and everything, I think that is what you need to do. If you follow it, it's fine. Like nobody's asking you to give a whole 3 hour mock, because we have section mocks in that also, and that is a very good part. If you're not able to give one, yeah, you know that you are good in one section, at least give the one which you are not familiar with. So in that ways, if people want, they can do it.
Good, good. And I think what you said about how to attempt different sections, I think you were bang on. And this one-line summary is basically the essence of the whole strategy. That in
Ah,
English, rely on your intuition. In DI, maybe be very, very selective in your choice of questions. So these are basically the common sense strategy which you need to be having a lot of conviction and faith in. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but over a period of time, you need to refine them, mock
yes,
after
yes.
mock after mock. So, what would you call the most important part of your preparation? Was it mock? Was it textbook? What was it? The most important part?
Sir, I would say in the last 1 week, like 2 weeks, when 2 weeks were left to CAT, I solved CAT 17, 18, and 19 because I was very depressed. In the last marks, I used to get some less marks, and I was like, what is happening? So then I attempted CAT 17, 18, and 19, and I got a decent number of correct questions, and I was able to do it. In the last 1 week, in last CAT, what I did was I used to practice and rectify all the formulas and going through everything. This time I was calm. I was like, okay, the exam is coming, but I need to remain calm. There are certain things which I can do, nothing new. I need to start. And I used to only go through the material which I had, and also through certain points I had noted in various mocks that this is my pain point. I need to remember this. Thus, I did not do anything in the last 1 week which was something out of the box. And meditation helped, and then just going through sessions, chilling out was I think worked out for me this time, because I have always been scared of exams. I am not a person who is like कि exam के 1 day pehle I would be found studying somewhere. Had it not been this time, so yeah, this year this worked that I was calm, and I had a strategy in mind. And because I would say this strategy was all the build up of all the mocks, the last year experience and everything, and how you guys tell us that 3 दिन बचे हैं, you can't learn anything new, just focus on what you
True.
have. Yeah.
And coming to the PDP part of it, so
Yes.
you must have given interviews in your life being a working professional. So did you feel that these MBA interviews are a little different from what how the job interviews are conducted?
So PDP part, first thing was I got GP sir as my mentor. So I was already a fan of GP Kamanda. So I was, first day when I got to know that he is the mentor, I was overwhelmed, honestly. And I was like, okay. I told my senior also who told me about GP Kamanda that I got him as my mentor. And one thing which I always like, I would say I was the first one placed in my campus. So in my life, I got only one interview.
Okay.
It was Maruti's interview, and that too was quite towards the plant and technical things. But when we started the PDP session, and I was confused with my profile. Like, I am a chemical engineer, I am working in Maruti, which is a manufacturing firm, and there also I'm not related to manufacturing but put in plant safety. And you know that there is a notion in the industry, like in safety, people, those people are good who don't work, like generally that's the notion. And I was very much concerned about my profile. How would they take it, how would they not, because I had many achievements in marketing apart being in safety before that even. And I do not know why they put me there, but yeah, that was the scene and I couldn't do anything about it. So this is where my first interaction with GP sir happened. I told him, he was like, why are you so parishan about all the things which are happening and everything? And we had a 1.5 hour discussion about the profile and everything and what were my concerns. And then he told me to write a whole summary about me. And he told that you have been an all-rounder since your school, college, your event, cats are good. And in Maruti also you're doing good. You need to spin off your safety story. Like you need to tell them that you weren't good because you weren't performing. You were a best performing GET award you got it, and now you have to spin it off. Ki, it was Maruti's point of view to put it there. Your work had nothing to do with it. So that first interaction boosted confidence in me, and I was very skeptical about how would I give interviews and everything because I belong. Majorly, I said that my work is in operations because not everywhere in any form it was related to safety as a function they consider. So when interview started, I remember Ravi sir taking my interview and he asked me everything about Six Sigma operations. And I was like, sir, I don't know. I haven't studied about it. And so that time I felt bad. I do not know. And he was like, you are giving for operations. How come you do not know about it? Because I got a call from SPGen also for operations. So then, because of those interviews, I realized that, okay, I need to work on these areas so that I can excel the interviews. So I would say that interview was very different. Like job interviews and MBA interviews are different when we talk about it because job they have nothing like if I'm applying for Maruti, I should know about Maruti auto industry and they are done with it. Even they will check my technical knowledge and they're okay, fine. But when it comes to interviews for MBA, you people used to ask anything and everything. Like we need to be aware about our surroundings, then our industry, then related industries also, then whatever all is happening. And sometimes there were certain HR questions in which we had to rely what we have to speak and what we don't have to speak. Like I remember there was this one question where you put that situation like family is dying or you have to say one person or five people and the family thing and you can't just say I won't answer that. That is not an answer. So these kind of things I picked up from the interviews which were conducted, which we do not get in any job interview, to be honest. Maybe sure after MBA you are interviews, so that would be more of those lines. But before MBA, I could not see any kind of interview. So yes, CL mock interviews helped in that. And talking about that, I would say the knowledge sessions also helped for me because being an engineer, I did not know a lot about the economics and accounts part of things. So, ma'am used to take certain sessions, she used to tell about it. So, I got some interest, and that interest is actually now helping me in my current subjects because now I can relate to okay, economy is a sentiment. What happens in a market is a sentiment, and everything's like that. So, yeah, that was the overall experience. And interviews are actually different and we should go for mock interviews if you have the like I have seen people who had CL the whole course but they did not take interviews. They thought ki, no, it's just a waste of time or I won't get it. Yeah, baad mein kabhi kar lenge. So I would say do not go for that. Give you mock interviews, note the learnings and work upon them.
And I guess these interviews will also help you in the future in terms of your summer internships or your final placements. I mean, these training sessions, they stay with you for a very long time. And
Yes.
the perspective that they give you in terms of what is the interviewer looking for, because even in these interviews, very rarely they are concerned about the content of the answer. It's more about the
Yeah.
overall personality, disposition, the way you handle yourself, conduct yourself, right? So sometimes they ask the question fully aware that probably you are not going to come up with any reasonable answer. They just want to see your reaction to it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. This happened with me a lot of times. They used to say that we know that you don't know, but the way you handle it, we want to see it. तुम्हारे चेहरे पे नहीं आना चाहिए. You don't know.
Exactly. Because that is what you're going to do as a manager. You won't have solution all the time, but you must come across as a very authoritative leader, as an
Yes,
emphatic
yes.
decision maker. All right. So, if you have to give one advice to all those aspiring CAT aspirants, especially
Yes, sir.
working professionals, or let's make it three things which you think are the most important for someone who's preparing for CAT, what would those be?
So first would be do not listen to any random advice. Listen from those who can give because I got many advices that after 3 years of experience you can't do it. IIMs won't take you. I am sitting here 4 years of experience. IIM Bangalore. So it's there. If CL mentors are saying that it can be done, then it is done. They are not saying it for making money or something like that. So because I have heard a lot and it's actually depressing when people say like,
Right,
so
true.
never take a random advice. Second, I would say work on the mocks because even if you know everything about RC, BA, DILR, quantum, you're getting 100 on 100 questions solved. But if you do not have that speed in exam, then there is no point in having 100 on 100 accuracy. And so third thing I would like to say is that the journey of giving CAT exam is not over at CAT itself. PDP part is important because even if you ace with a 99.9 and you do not ace in an interview, you won't get the dream college. So just getting a 99.9 in CAT is not important. The after process is the process where you need to work on the personality.
Right, absolutely. I think thanks a lot. I think all these words, in fact, as mentor, when we deal with students day in day out, I would say largely this is what we tell the students. But yes, this is also true that it's easier said than done. Like
Yes.
it's easy to listen to this or probably give this advice when we cross the bridge. But
Yes,
during
sir.
the real time, like you managed to, it's very difficult to actually put this into practice. So again, a lot of congratulations. And I've always because when I was giving my cat, I was into family business, which gave me a lot of leeway. So I've always, held in a lot of, I hold in respect people who work for corporates because I've seen what the life is. So to crack an exam like CAT, along with that, hats off to you. Well done, and
Thank you so
all the
much.
best for your career and future. Do well in life.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, we'll wrap it up then.
Okay, sir. Okay.